Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula, and on this platform we discuss about designer fashion, luxury and lifestyle, but in a more practical and sensible way every Monday and Thursday. I wasn't expecting to film this type of video, especially after a year ago when I purchased my first pair of Hermès sandals, and they did definitely not work out for me. And I was just thinking that, okay, that is just a shoe brand, especially from the sandal side, that is not for me. But I have found something that is better than the Oran sandals. Yes, I said it, I own it, but it's still my opinion, so you are entitled to think whatever you want. This was not supposed to be any type of like Hermes haul or anything, but as I recently did buy something, a very teeny tiny thing also from Hermès, after I bought those, I thought, why not? So it came in this like teeny tiny shopping bag. I'm not gonna even bother to make any type of proper unboxings or revealings. So I was a sucker again and I wanted to test out the Hermésistable, whatever, how that's supposed to be pronounced. And this is kind of a lip oil type of thing. And this is how it came. So comparison to the lipsticks, we had like their own box and dust bags and all of that. This has orange cardboard inside. I went with the shade of Rose Cola, which I currently have on my lips as well. I'm definitely not a makeup YouTuber. Not gonna start either. This is the color. So I would say it is very only like a shine type of thing. It doesn't have a lot of pigment, which I did like this time anyway. And as the name is Rose Cola, it has more of a cola scent than a rosy scent. But the cola scent is not irritating or annoying. At least for me. Maybe it's for someone. But yeah, that was the first thing. And obviously like tiny thing. I guess we're all here for these. So I ordered them from Hermès website, web store, came with this box. And inside the white box was this box. And yes, shoes, sandals, we covered that already. I think we should first open this and then I will explain my thought process and why I think these are better than the Oran sandals. Are we ready? Once again, I'm that person who doesn't want to open the ribbons. And here we are. 2 dust bags. Okay. I think we should just go right into them. I'm gonna take one at a time so that I won't mess this up. Here they are. These are the Santorini sandals. Have a lot of stuffing. So this is what they look like. Let's see, maybe this way. So obviously they resemble the Oran sandals a lot with this H motif here, but they have this part that covers your heel and then an ankle strap. Here they are, both of them. Aren't they beautiful? I'm sorry, this might be very like basic and everyone has this look and blah blah. But now is maybe the time where I explain my thought process and why I personally feel these are better than the Oran sandals. Okay, so I have been dreaming of owning a pair of Oran sandals for many years. I think they are very beautiful and somehow elegant. Although there is a logo, but technically it's a letter. So in my eyes, it's not the same as some monogram somewhere. And yes, I know it's still a logo, so I'm not oblivion to that. But in my eyes, it has been looking very elegant. And I think this is something that social media made me do it type of thing. Because I've seen them everywhere, but also not only on social media, but on people's feet. And I think they are beautiful. And last year, I felt that even though it pained me, like it killed me to pay that much for a pair of sandals, for some that might be a no-brainer, but for me, at that time they were 490 euros. I know that now they are 510. But anyway, so at that time I was like, wow, that would be the most I've ever paid for a pair of shoes. And it's a seasonal shoe for me in my climate anyway. And that was like, that's a lot of money to put on shoes. But I felt that I've actually wanted them for so many years. And I saved up for them. I was kind of like, I'm just going to buy them. Because I live in a country where we don't have an Hermès boutique. And at that time, I was just like, I have the money, I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna order them, and then they're gonna be mine. But that also meant that I had no chance of trying them on anywhere before that. Plus, I have, let's say, a large foot for a woman, so it is 41 to 42, depends a lot on the brand and shoe and all. And in centimeters, it's 27 centimeters long. So I was pretty sure that watching on some of the reviews that I would go with 42, which is not that common in Hermès shoes. So when I saw them online, I was like, yes, I'm gonna order, that's my pair. And at the same time, I had always dreamt of a black pair, but then I saw the rose gold one and I was like, oh, that's good, I'm gonna go with that. Long story short, I got them and I was very disappointed in how flat they were, like truly, because I need shoes that I can walk in for long times, because that's just my lifestyle. And I could already feel when I was trying them on in our living room that those are definitely shoes I cannot walk in for hours and hours and hours. I'm gonna get like back pains and I don't know. Plus the H on the front, that of course it's due to the leather and all, but I could already feel that it would rub a bit. And that was also like in many review videos, they said that they needed to like really walk in them and they caused blisters, and then after a while they were good and all that. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine, that would be. But all in all, I was still not impressed for the worth of 500 euros. So I returned them and I was very disappointed because I still love the look in them. But I just, with good conscience, I just can't afford to buy 500 euro shoes to be worn in a cafe and then go back home. I just cannot. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I ever will be, but I'm not there yet. But I couldn't get it out of my mind because I still love the aesthetics. And I was kind of going back and forth, like, what if I would find them pre-owned from somewhere, and that. But then I started to have an eye on the Santorini sandal, which is pretty much the Oran sandal with a bit of like extra leather part. And I would say this is for support, because when I have them on and when I've been walking, obviously, haven't walked outside yet. When I'm filming this, it is still May, by the way. So when this comes out, it is summer, but for now, I haven't yet had a time to wear these. But this gives so much more support, at least to my foot, when I wear them. This leather is very different than the rose gold one that I had with the Oran Sandals. This is so soft and the edges are very soft. And I'm not saying that this wouldn't cause me blisters or rubbing or something. Most likely they will, and I'm prepared for that. But when I was trying on the Oran Sandals, I could already feel where the rubbing and blisters would come. when I have these on, I don't yet know where that would come. So this leather feels better somehow next to my foot, at least. There is a cushion here. There is also a cushion in the Oran Sandals, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if it is with this extra support that actually keeps the foot in position, that this cushion makes it better. At least for me, with the Oran ones, when this was the only thing that would hold the foot in place, the heel and the backside of the shoe, it felt very hard and just not, it was just very, very flat all in all. And I think it was because my foot was, it was kind of on the edge, and sometimes if I would take a step, it might, like, my foot would move in the Oran sandal, and it just didn't feel good and comfortable. But this brings so much added like structure and support to these sandals that it actually makes it like better to walk in them, in my opinion, for me. So this is just all my experience, and you might have a completely different viewpoint. And that's the bad thing with shoes, like watching shoe reviews. Shoes are always subjective for everyone, and we are all comfortable with different level of comfort or discomfort, and we are used to certain things. So this is just my opinion and my experience. But I was very surprised that, at least for me, the structure of the Santorini sandal felt so much sturdier than on the Oran ones. And that also impacted the feeling that the bottom felt better. Like, yes, this is still very flat and it's hard on the bottom. But somehow, maybe it is the position where my foot is and that it actually stays in place, or maybe actually the length of the Santorini shoe is longer, because this is the same size of 42 as I had with the Oran ones. But with those, I felt that my foot was just like, my toes were somewhere here and my heel was somewhere where the heel ends. But with this, I have a bit more space. So I don't know if these have a bit more length than the Oran ones. I don't know, but it feels like it. And unfortunately, I can't measure because it's over a year ago and I've obviously returned the Oran ones. So this is just me talking about what I remember and how I felt back then with the Oran ones. But all in all, fabulous sandals. I can't believe I actually have fulfilled one of my long-term wishes of getting Hermès Oran sandals. So Oran sandals with more support. And I really couldn't be happier. And look how beautiful these are. These are absolutely stunning, and it's so easy to just be like touching all over because they are new. Haven't touched the ground yet, but I cannot wait to start wearing them. These are not going to be my everyday shoes anyway, but like weekends, vacations, good lovely summer days. I can't believe it. I was so sure after I purchased the Oran sandals and they kind of failed on me that was it. Like, I just need to dream from afar, from a distance, and just admire them on other people, because I was just like, it's still not worth for me to get the look for that money. But now I got the look with a better feeling on my feet and I'm ecstatic. So yeah, if it hasn't really already come through, I would recommend these over the Oran sandals. In my opinion, they are better. But of course, you do you, and we all like what we like, and so on. So of course, like, these are a tad bit more expensive than the Oran ones. So it's not like exactly the same shoe. But for me, it's worth it if I actually know I can wear them. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!